Another week, another MRT step. This week is 2 in 1. These are step 7 and 8. Now, these steps are combined because they're very, very similar. So in following in the tradition of how MRT is presented, you're usually only allowed to do one step per week. But for these two, they're combined. 7 and 8 can be done together. Just an FYI. So as I go on, you'll see how they tie into each other and can be done as one presentation or in the same week. All right, so this week, step 7. The essence of this step is long-term goals and identity. And the stage, the MRT step 7 stage, is non-existence. Those in non-existence do not have a firm sense of identity and do not feel connected to the world. They often feel little purpose in their life, but do feel responsible for what happens to them. When they feel somewhat alienated, they can have self-satisfying relationships. Moral judgments can be made from law and order, pleasing others, reciprocity, or pleasure and pain. Okay, so that's step 7. Now, okay, then it says, you are no longer what you were. Now, what does that mean? We are no longer what we were. Well, if you've been following these MRT steps from the beginning, since I started documenting and filming my progression through the steps, we're no longer what we were. And how that means is, well, I'll just give you a recap of what I've been documenting and the progress made. So step 1 was honesty and disloyalty. Step 2 was trust, still in the stage of disloyalty. The essence of step 3 was acceptance and opposition. So that was in the opposition category. Step 4 was raising awareness in the stage of uncertainty. Step 5 was healing damaged relationships. And the stage was injury, the injury stage. Last week, step 6, helping others. That's when I was doing the volunteer work or the community service or service work, reaching out to individuals and helping others, giving back. That was in the injury stage. Now, all that work progressing up to this point is long-term goals and identity. All right. Now, so that's just a recap of what's been happening, what's been going on, and the progression through the steps. So then when I start saying things like set goals, and here's my 1 year, 5 year, 10-year goals, okay, well, there's been personal growth throughout this journey that helps me now identify that. All right. The essence of step 7. In order for you to stay on a positive track in life, you must form long-term path that you can follow. Step 7 is all about setting goals for yourself, or for me. Then I read step 7 in I statements. I must make goals. I must act and think in accordance with my goals. I must make goals. I must act in accordance with my goals. All right. Now, then it lines out goal setting and what is like attainable, and it's described as a SMART goal. SMART, S-M-A-R-T. And they use the word SMART as an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, so you're not just setting goals like, I'm gonna go to the moon with, I mean, yeah, that's specific, but is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? Is it, when am I going to the moon? Next week? Next year? When? You know, so that type of format. All right, well, let me just explain how it goes. Then in this step 7, it asked me to outline 15 specific goals in 1 year. So starting from when I started this step, 15 different goals I'd like to attain in that year. All right. Then the next part is 5-year goals. Okay. Still same number, 15 different 5-year goals. Then there is the 10-year goal, 15 10-year goals. All right. And of course, your goals are going to be different from my goals because we're not the same person and we have different experiences, backgrounds, and we're just different. I mean, of course. But I'll give you a couple of examples of what attainable SMART goals for 1 year would look like. All right, so for me, okay, I put down one of my SMART goals was advocating for the recovery community. Okay, doing these types of videos, advocating for addiction and recovery and sobriety, awareness, recovery, sobriety. I want to keep continuing doing that. So so that goal ties into a bunch of different other small goals. One of my other goals was having to do, so I guess that goal with the advocating for recovery and sobriety and addiction awareness, I suppose that could go as like a personal hill I want to stamp and place my flag upon, because that's very, very important to me. Okay. Another way, so a moral cause that is important to you. All right. Whatever that is, set a goal around that. Another goal of mine has to do with my health. All right, I wrote down, now I'm 6 foot. I want to be 210 pounds with abs. That's definitely attainable. That is a SMART goal. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time bound. So at 6 foot, I'm already 205, call it 205, okay? Well, so I'm almost to the goal already. Just need to lean out and gain some more muscle. So that's hitting the gym and watching what I eat in cardio. Okay, so specific. So those are just two instances or two examples. One could be like something you're passionate about. Another one was having to do with my physical health, and that might look the same for you. In the 5-year goals, you're doing the same thing. What do you want to construct your life to look like in 5 years? All right, and then you're gonna write those down. And then you're going to do it again with, in 10 years, what do you want your life to look like? And that's step 7, setting goals, writing them down. And step 8 is getting into the more nitty-gritty details of it. And that one is actually a super exciting step, because it's cool to have goals, And it's cool to have vision of 5 years. It's great to have the vision of 10 years, but actually constructing a plan as to what that looks like and making it a smart, attainable goal, that's exciting stuff, because then you're constructing a roadmap. And another side note from me on this MRT Step 7 about setting goals. I'm a goal getter, goal setter just by my personality and how I'm wired. So this was really my jam. I hope this brought you value, and I hope it inspires you to, if you're not going to do the MRT, at least, write yourself some goals for yourself for the next year. You'll find it extremely helpful and beneficial. What else do I want to say on that? It's actually a very important step, because without goals set in life, you're really kind of directionless. So you're a ship out in the ocean with its udder, or the thing that steers the ship, pulled up out of the water, just kind of drifting along. I'd done that a lot, just drifting and coasting through life in my active addiction, and come to find out that I operate a whole hell of a lot better with direction in my life, and especially since I have now found my purpose in life. Setting these goals is purposeful. I'm excited about it. The direction in my life and how it's going, it just makes sense. So I'm really glad I got to do this step 7. It seems to fit perfect into my life right now, like it was God sent or higher power sent, meant to be at the right moment. I needed this information right now and this project right now in my life. Very beneficial. All right. Hope that inspired you to take action and write down some of your own goals. All right. Thanks for watching. Till the next step, which is step 8. Make it a great day.